We kick off episode 4, Monday Nights Live. You know what it is. It's You Tell Me with your man, Dukes the Scoop, checking in with Uncle Neely from the Pregame Show Network. Hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell. Also subscribe to both channels because we're checking in on Big Dog Chico's network as well. It's time for You Tell Me, Scoops. I got one for you.
All right.
Got one for you. Because you know it's always that moving goalpost when Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffs accomplish something. So let me hit you with some numbers.
Okay.
Oklahoma State, they scored 35 points against BYU.
Mm-hmm.
They scored 28 against Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
They scored 21 against Arizona State. They scored 13 against TCU. They even scored 48 against Texas Tech. They scored 0 against Colorado. You tell me, is Rob Livingston's defense just that damn good?
Man, the proof is in the pudding. Let me tell you something. It is so hard to take a college football, a Power 4 football team to Dunkin' Donuts. And that means you got a donut, a big old circle, a 0, a shutout. Is so impressive. And I think that rebounding from the game against Kansas, tackling, gang tackling, bringing your arms when you tackle. And I always talk about that, but sometimes you're not. Sometimes the situation doesn't present itself for you to bring your arms. Colorado, they literally came out, played with their hair on fire on defense, and Rob Livingston being able to adjust, make adjustments. Ollie Gordon, who I talked about as a 6'2", 225-pound running back who had preseason Heisman hype, he couldn't get started. And I think that Colorado did such a great job. And I think it's not even just the job they did last week. It's how they rebounded from a lackluster performance. And I just that goes to coaching. And I think Rob Livingston, I think Coach Prime, I know that had to be an uncomfortable conversation after that Kansas game. And I think the way that Coach Livingston responded was excellent. And, I just think it shows that the program is in good hands going forward. All right, you tell me, same question. What you think?
Yeah, I love your response. I look at it the same way, from my vantage point. I think that what happened in Kansas, it didn't even take an uncomfortable conversation with the head coach. I think Rob Livingston looked in the mirror and had an uncomfortable conversation with himself. I think the position coaches on the defense did the same thing, had an uncomfortable conversation, with themselves. And that's adjacent in addition to the one they had with their boss, the head coach. So I think they came out, more focused. I think they came out to prove, statistically and domination wise who they really were. And the focus was on stopping the run. Like the focus was, before we even go for a sack, we're going to make sure that they know that they can't run the ball on us. And here you have Ollie Gordon was approaching a record season, school record, personal record, all those things. And just like you said, just could not get going because his defensive line was so dominant. I think it's just, you talk about proof in the pudding. I think the proof is just what Coach Prime said when he made the hire, that y'all got to stop looking at what somebody's title was and look at what the job they were actually doing. Because some people's titles, may be in a certain slot, but what they actually responsible for is more than that. And he clearly did his homework on Rob Livingston, clearly made some calls around the league and got advice, and everybody had the good things to say about him. Rob Livingston came in, did his damn thing with the interview and what he would do to make changes. And when you look at this defense, before that Kansas game, giving up 100 yards less per game than this time last year, and to pitch a shutout, like you said, let me tell the folks out there something, Dukes. They've heard me say this before, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. Winning in college football is so damn hard that you get a bowl game just by winning 50%. You win 6 games, you get gifted with a bowl game because winning is hard. And when you look at that, I don't care what kind of cupcakes your AD may try to schedule you, the majority of your games of your schedule are real deal ass games. And like you said, eloquently said, to pitch a shutout, to hold somebody to 0 points that's done put up 40. When they put up 35 on BYU was number 1 in the conference. Let's get this stuff in perspective. We went to Texas Tech. They put 48 up on Texas Tech. They come to Colorado and cannot score a single damn point.
Right.
But now all of a sudden to the pundits, oh man, Oklahoma State, sorry. That's why that happened. They weren't sorry when they scored 35, 48, 21, and 28.
Come on, man. Come with the numbers. Receipts.
Gotta
We
have
need
receipts.
them.
Gotta have receipts.
Receipts.
This is the shopping season, and let me tell everybody, you can't return a damn thing if you don't have your receipt.